And I'm just out here looking around on my pear tree. And you can see a few pears there. Well, one pear. And then we got one under here. Now, keep in mind, I want you to keep this in mind. This tree does not have a second tree to cross-pollinate with. And I also got this one here from it. And this right here is a little bit they call scab. It doesn't hurt anything. It looks strange, but it would sell it in a grocery store like this, but it's just fine. This is Bartlett. And as I said earlier, once I get this pollinator here up and going, this is a delicious here. Doesn't have anything on it. It was planted last year. So that's how we doing this. And we're just looking around at the trees because it's really grown in back here. Here is some of my corn that I just did a test with this year, see what it grow like this. And this is what I come up with so far. Didn't do too well, but they were grown close together. But there's corn on it. Someone said to me they won't produce corn, but there's corn on it, but not big enough to eat. You hear my neighbor out there cutting grass. And for that, I apologize for. I'm getting ready to do some grass cutting myself, or cutting grass. Now this right here is a plum, and this is Santa Rose here. I put this in last year. I think I put it in last year, yeah. And so I'm just trying to grow fruit right now. I mean, it seems like I'm doing better with fruit trees than I am with the vegetables this year. Vegetables were, it was okay. I still have a chance to grow some fall items, which I do better for some reason because of the soil with collard greens and kale. I do better with that. That just produces on its own. And here we have an apple tree. Got to clean up around it. You can see all the growth around it. But the soil, I'm using chop and drop. I just finished watching a gentleman's video on chop and drop, but I've been doing it for the longest time. And one thing I said in those chop and drop videos is that they talk about certain plants you can use when it comes to chop and drop, but you don't have to. Whatever's in the yard, all this right here, this green, anything, vines, pieces of this, pieces of that, anything, grass, weeds, pull it up, put it in the ground, and it chops and drops. It's a little too noisy for me right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to call a quit on this. But ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, I'm out here having fun. I'm going to come out here with the weed whacker, and I'm going to chop down all of the weeds you see here, and it's going to become fertilizer for my crops for the fall. You see the cut pieces of wood. I keep my trees down at about 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, no higher. Here's an apple tree, a good example. It's only about, I would say about 4 feet tall. It was put in last year. This is a Honeycrisp. I have 4 Honeycrisp apple trees, all of them at about 6 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet. And here I have some squash. I think I'm gonna add that to the pot today because I have a pot of chicken soup on, and I want to add that to it. This is the Morning Gardener Show. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, I'm upgrading my equipment. You're going to see much more high-tech sort of videos on very soon. Thank you very much. And if you have any suggestions for me, please leave it in the comment section. I will look at them and will give them the due attention that they're due. Thank you. This is the Morning Gardener.